Hello everyone and welcome to In This Tech. Today we're going to be talking about SolidWorks and some SolidWorks fundamentals. Now the SolidWorks software is a CAD software that is used for mechanical design and automation and lets designers quickly sketch out ideas, experiment with features and dimensions, and produce models and detailed drawings. Today we're going to talk about SolidWorks fundamentals. We're going to start talking about some concepts. One of these concepts is parts. Talk about parts, assemblies, and subassemblies. Now, parts are the basic building blocks in the SolidWorks software, while assemblies contain parts or other assemblies called subassemblies. For example, I have here an assembly. This is a SolidWorks assembly, and this is a part. If you notice, this part here is inside this assembly. So that there goes the concept of assemblies and parts. You can see parts, makeup, and assembly. Now the SolidWorks model consists of 3D geometry that defines its edges. This is an edge, faces, face, and surfaces. It allows you to design models quickly and precisely. And the models are defined by either 3D design or based on the components. Now the SolidWorks model or the SolidWorks design approach is a 3D design approach. Firstly, you start from a sketch. This whole part started from a sketch. Now click on edit sketch. You can see the sketch that began this whole part. And from the sketch, you can create a 3D model. And also from this model, you can create 2D drawings consisting of the parts or the sub-assemblies that make up an assembly, such as this. Now this is a drawing that has been created from this component. SolidWorks can be used to create drawings such as this as well. Another powerful feature of SolidWorks is that any change that I make in any of these components, or maybe in this component, is reflected across both the assembly and the drawings automatically. So if I were to change, so if I edit the length of this to, let's say, 120, it automatically changes. See what it says here. The modes contain assembly have changed. Would you like to rebuild your assembly now? I click on yes. It rebuilds, and the dimensions that I added have been implemented in this. If I check the length here, you see it is now 120. Yeah, and the same thing goes for the drawings as well. The drawing will update and everything will align with each other. Now we are going to discuss some SolidWorks terminology. You will see these terminology throughout the SolidWorks software. This point, for example, this point here, this is a vertex. This point is called a vertex. It's a point where two or more lines or edges intersect. You can select these for sketching and dimensioning. An edge is where two or more faces intersect and join together. You can also select these for sketching and dimensioning. An origin or that the origin appears as two arrows when a sketch is active. So if I activate a sketch here, you can see the arrows. This is called the origin. Wherever you see these two lines intersect like this to form a right angle, that's called the origin. A plane. A plane is a flat construction geometry. You can use planes for adding a 2D sketch or section view of a model, or a neutral plane in a draft or feature. These are the three planes: front plane, top plane, and right plane. You can also add extra planes called neutral planes to your sketch to your drawing or to your sketch to add further dimensions to your components. And then we have faces. Faces are boundaries that help define the shape of a model or a surface. A face is a selectable area that could be planar or non-planar of a model or surface. For example, this rectangular solid here has 6 faces, as you can see, and then the last one here. Those are all 6 faces of that component. Then we have here the property manager. This provides settings for many functions. For example, if I activate, say, a boss extrude. For example, if I activate a boss extrude here, for example, the settings for editing this boss extrude are in the property manager. Then we have the configuration manager. It lets you create, select, and view multiple configurations of parts and assemblies in a document. Configurations are variations of a part or assembly within a single document. For example, you can use configurations of a bolt to specify different lengths and diameters, for example. You are also free to rearrange this panel however you want. I can take button manager and decide that it should be here, for example. I can also take it back depending on however I feel it should be. I can say I want it on both sides. So yeah, this is easy to navigate and reorganize according to your taste. Okay, so this screen is divided into 3 parts. We have the feature manager design tree here. This is the graphics area, and then this is our model or component. This whole section is called the feature manager design tree. And then SolidWorks application allows you to perform tasks in different ways, and it also provides you with feedback as you perform a sketch, such as sketching an entity or applying a feature. Examples of feedback would include pointers, inference lines, and previews. Now I'm going to talk about menus. Menus allow us to access all the SolidWorks commands. These are the menus. We have the File menu, the Edit menu, the View menu, the Insert menu, Tool menu, Windows menu, and the Help menu. They are usually at the top left corner of the page. However, you can customize them and move them however it is that you want to move them. Now we are going to talk about toolbars. Toolbars allow you to access SolidWorks functions. They are usually organized by function. For example, we have the sketch toolbar, and we have the assembly toolbar. Each toolbar comprises individual icons for specific tools like rotate view, circular pattern, and circle. For example, you can see here we have different tools here: extrude, revolve, swept, extrude cut, forwards are recover cut, linear pattern, fillet, and a lot more of functions that can be used. You can also display or hide toolbars, or you can dock them around the four corners of. This is a toolbar here. I can choose to move it here, or on this side, or on this side, and leave it on this side as well. You can see it's an assembly toolbar. This here is a sketch toolbar. You can see dimensions, because now if I have my sketch active, I'll be able to use more of the features on this toolbar. But since I have a component, a part active here, these are the ones that I will do that are active, that can be used on this. It's also possible to delete, customize the toolbars, so you can remove components from them. For example, I can decide that I want to remove this from the toolbar, and it would remove. So yeah, I can remove this one, or I can leave it. I don't remove them, so I'm just going to leave it back there. Now we'll talk about the command manager. The command manager is a context-sensitive toolbar that dynamically updates based on the active document type. For example, I'm looking at, this is the features toolbar. As you can see, these are the related tools that I can use to edit this part. But if I click on sketch, you can see that some of these are not active. This is because of the command manager. I cannot use any of these tools to edit this document. Because of that, they are inactive, as you can see on the screen. Mirror entities, linear sketch. I cannot use any of these on this sketch. So because of that, the SolidWorks command manager deactivates them. So I cannot use them on the document or on the part. Now we'll talk about the shortcut bars. The shortcut bars can be activated when you tap on the letter S. If you tap on the letter S, you can see the shortcut bars here. They contain your own set of commands for a part, and these are completely customizable. So I tap on letter S to deactivate as well. Next we'll talk about context toolbars. Context toolbars appear when you select items in the graphic area or feature manager design tree to provide access to frequently performed actions for that context. Context toolbars are available for parts, assemblies, and sketches. When I tap on this part, you can see the context toolbar appears, and these are the various functions, all the various actions that I can perform on this face. I click here, another context toolbar appears, and you can see the various functions I can perform on this part. Next, we are going to talk about the mouse button. The left button is used to select entities in the graphics area and objects in the featured design manager tree. In the feature manager design tree, the right button is used to display context-sensitive shortcut menus, and the middle button is used to zoom in and out of the shape. So yeah. Alright, that's all for this video. So in our next video, we're going to talk about how to make sketches and assemblies. We're going to make an assembly from scratch. We're going to see how we can use more of these SolidWorks features. And in our next video, we are going to design a a component. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like or and subscribe.